Less than a month. That's all it took. Not a scandal, not a crime, not even a chart failure. Just one creative decision, and suddenly protest trucks are parked outside a rookie group's world, sending a message louder than any debut stage ever could. LNGSHOT hadn't even fully introduced themselves to the public yet, and already they were being dragged into a controversy they didn't create, but are now forced to carry. LNGSHOT is a newly debuted rookie group created by Jay Park. Fresh faces, fresh start, and the kind of attention every rookie needs to survive in today's hyper-competitive K-pop industry. But instead of focus, protection, and clean branding, their debut era quickly turned chaotic when Chinese fan clubs sent protest trucks criticizing how the group was being used. The message wasn't subtle. Fans made it very clear. LNGSHOT is not a promotional tool. They are not a billboard, they are not a test run, and they are definitely not an ATM for future projects. The core issue started with a B-side music video. In that video, female trainees from the same label, who are scheduled to debut later this year, appeared alongside the members, performing paired choreography. For some companies, that might seem harmless, creative, even strategic, but K-pop does not operate in a vacuum. Culture matters, timing matters, and debut eras are fragile. At first, many fans tried to let it go. Some shrugged it off as a questionable but forgivable choice, a one-time thing. But then it escalated. During a music show recording, those same trainees unexpectedly appeared again, this time as backup dancers on stage. That moment changed everything. The line between creative decision and disrespect was crossed for a lot of fans right there. The reaction was immediate. Fans felt blindsided. LNGSHOT had just debuted, their identity wasn't even solid yet, and suddenly the spotlight was being shared without consent, without explanation, and without regard for how fans would perceive it. The members themselves reportedly apologized after seeing the negative response, which only made the situation more uncomfortable. Because, let's be honest, when rookies are apologizing for something they didn't plan, that's not accountability, that's damage control. The protest trucks spelled out what fans had been trying to say online. Stop using this group to promote other trainees. Focus on LNGSHOT's careers. Fans' money is not a shared resource. And don't hide behind the excuse of breaking boy group standards when what you're actually doing is testing fan patience. One message was especially blunt. If your dream is to be a rapper, do whatever you want with the people around you. But if your goal is to make money through idols, then you need to know your boundaries. And that's where this conversation gets uncomfortable, because many netizens agreed. Korean online communities reacted harshly, but not irrationally. Comments ranged from disappointment to outright frustration. People questioned why a rookie group, still trying to build trust and a clean image, would be used as a vehicle to introduce future trainees. Some said the group was doing well and gaining positive attention, only for that momentum to be derailed by a decision that didn't benefit them at all. Others pointed directly to the company leadership, saying knowing who the CEO is, they weren't surprised by the creative direction, but that didn't make it acceptable. Even non-fans chimed in, saying they didn't understand the purpose of that choreography or why it was necessary at such a sensitive stage. And that's the key point here. When even casual viewers are confused, something went wrong. This isn't about hating trainees, this isn't about gatekeeping stages, and it's definitely not about attacking rookies who have zero control over company decisions. This is about respecting idol culture, debut dynamics, and fan psychology. In K-pop, a debut is not just a release, it's a contract of trust. Fans invest emotionally and financially, especially in the early stages. They want to feel like their support is focused, valued, and protected. When a company blurs that focus, it sends a message, intentional or not, that the group is a means to an end, and fans hate feeling used. The most frustrating part? LNGSHOT members are now stuck in the middle. They didn't ask for this, they didn't design the choreography, they didn't choose who appeared on stage. Yet they're the ones facing backlash, pressure, and public scrutiny before they've even had the chance to breathe as artists. Protest trucks are extreme. Nobody denies that. But in K-pop history, they don't appear out of nowhere. They show up when fans feel unheard, when online feedback is ignored, when boundaries are crossed repeatedly instead of corrected quickly. This situation could have been avoided. Separate promotions, clear communication, let LNGSHOT establish themselves first. Let trainees debut on their terms, not through someone else's spotlight. Because once a debut narrative is damaged, fixing it takes 10 times the effort. Right now, the question isn't whether the trucks were too much. The real question is why a rookie group had to face them less than a month into their career. LNGSHOT deserves a fair start, not confusion, not controversy, not apologies for decisions made above their heads. If you care about rookie protection, idol culture, and how companies handle power, this story matters, and it's not the last time we'll see something like this, unless fans keep speaking up. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think the protest trucks were justified, or did the reaction go too far? Should companies ever use rookie groups to promote future trainees? Comment your thoughts, and if you want real, unfiltered K-pop news breakdowns like this, subscribe to Dieback Daily, because we don't just report, we tell the story. What started as frustration quickly turned into something much heavier, because the trucks weren't the end of the story, they were the warning shot. Only days later, LNGSHOT walked onto the stage of SBS Inkigayo to perform their latest single, FaceTime, a regular music show, a normal schedule, except nothing about that stage was normal anymore. Fans already knew the choreography. The music video had sparked debate for days because it once again featured the same female trainees as dance partners, paired movements, intimate spacing, the kind of choreography that, on paper, exists everywhere in K-pop, but in reality hits very differently when attached to a rookie group that hasn't even found its footing yet. When the broadcast began, the tension was already in the air. According to multiple fan accounts who attended the pre-recording, the moment the female trainees appeared on stage during the first take, the crowd reaction changed instantly. Shouts erupted. Not cheers, not fan chants, just one word repeated loudly. "And Dway." No, don't. The reaction was strong enough that production reportedly stopped and filmed the stage again. That alone should tell you how intense the atmosphere had become. But even during the second take, things didn't improve. Fans described the venue going uncomfortably silent as the paired choreography played out. No energy, no screams, no support, especially during the ending when the female trainees joined the final formation on stage. The silence felt deliberate, almost symbolic. For a rookie group, that kind of silence is louder than any boo. The most painful moment came when leader Rule tried to ease the tension. He told the fans that he loved them, a simple sentence, the kind idols say all the time, but instead of comfort, it was met with disbelief. Some fans reportedly called him a liar right there, in real time. Imagine debuting, training for years, finally standing on a major broadcast stage and being met with silence and accusations over decisions you didn't make. As clips and first-hand accounts spread across social media, the fandom fractured even further. International fans reacted sharply, accusing Korean and Chinese fans of being overly possessive, parasocial, and embarrassing. Tweets mocked the situation, saying this was fandom cleaning, that idols dancing with women is normal, and that people were overreacting. And here's where the conversation splits in two directions. On one side, yes, dancing with female performers is standard in the industry. Nobody can deny that. Veteran idols do it, rookie idols do it. Co-ed choreography exists. LNGSHOT did not choreograph themselves. They did not cast the dancers. They performed what was approved by their company. Punishing the members makes no sense. But on the other, and this is what international fans often miss, context matters, timing matters, and debut eras are fragile. Fans weren't just reacting to the choreography, they were reacting to feeling dismissed, to feeling like their voices didn't matter, to watching a rookie group be used as an experimental platform to normalize something that could have easily waited until the group was more established. And once again, LNGSHOT paid the price. Instead of being remembered for their vocals, their performance skills, their chemistry, or their potential, their debut era is now being defined by controversy, awkward stages, and viral clips of silence. That's not edgy marketing, that's poor risk management. The most uncomfortable truth in all of this is that both sides are yelling at each other while the members stand in the middle, absorbing everything. Companies love to talk about breaking norms and challenging standards, but when you do that, you don't start with rookies who don't yet have a shield. You don't do it without consent from the fandom that is literally funding the project. And you definitely don't double down when the backlash is this clear. This situation stopped being about choreography a long time ago. It became about power, boundaries, and whether idols are treated as artists or as tools. LNGSHOT deserves better than this. They deserve a debut era focused on them, not overshadowed by decisions that keep putting them in impossible positions. They deserve protection, clarity, and leadership that understands the ecosystem they're operating in. And fans deserve to be heard before things escalate to trucks, silence, and public humiliation. So now the real question isn't who's being delusional, it's why this situation was allowed to spiral this far in the first place. Do you think the company crossed a line by repeating the same choreography after the backlash? Or do you believe fans should adapt as K-pop evolves? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want real, unfiltered K-pop stories that go beyond the headlines, subscribe to Davok Daily, because idols deserve context, not just clips.